Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk to you today about something you may already feel, but you ain't sure if it's real. I'm talking about attraction. Not just he likes your vibe. I'm talking about when a man is sexually attracted to you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that'll save you a whole lot of time, a whole lot of confusion, and maybe even a couple bad dates. If you really want to know if a man is sexually attracted to you, don't waste your energy over analyzing what he says. Stop sitting around replaying that text message like it's a scene from a movie. Because I'm here to tell you, words lie. Oh yeah, we men are great with words. Some of us out here got a PhD in sweet talk, smooth rhymes, and saying just the right thing to get a smile or a phone number. But what we can't fake for long is our body language. See, a man's body language, that's where the truth lives. That's the real talk. That's the stuff he don't even know he's doing. You ever seen a man say, "Oh, I didn't mean nothing by that," when you catch him looking at you too long? Girl, yes, he did. He just didn't plan to mean nothing by it, but his instincts beat his logic to the punch. And instincts, oh, they faster than Wi-Fi. They connect instantly. Now listen, when a man is sexually attracted to you, his body starts doing things that ain't in no training manual. His posture changes. His chest puffs out a little bit when you walk in the room, like he suddenly remembered he goes to the gym. He leans in closer when you speak, like the whole world got quiet except for you. He might touch his beard, rub his hands together, adjust his shirt, or tap his fingers. These little moves, that's him trying to play it cool while his nervous system is in full panic mode. That ain't just twitching. That's testosterone. Now, I know some of y'all think you need a psychic or a relationship coach to know what's going on in a man's head, but let me help you out. Watch where his feet point. Yeah, I said his feet. You ever notice that? If a man is talking to a group of people, but his feet and his torso are turned your direction, even if he ain't talking to you, baby, his attention is. That man is locked in on you without even realizing. His feet are telling you what his mouth won't admit yet. Sometimes he'll touch you lightly on the arm when he laughs, or give you that handshake that lasts just a second too long. He might move a chair next to yours, even if the rest of the room is empty. And don't think for a second that's random. Nah, that's strategy disguised as casual. That's proximity with a purpose, because a man who's sexually attracted to you, he wants to be in your orbit, close enough to feel your energy, smell your perfume, maybe even brush your hand. That's not coincidence, that's intention. But here's where it gets real tricky. Sometimes he don't even know he's doing it. He'll say he's just comfortable around you. Oh no, my sister, you don't make him comfortable, you make him restless. That man can't sit still around you. He's shifting, adjusting, checking his breath, trying to be funny, flexing without flexing. His body is in full display mode, like a peacock in mating season. It ain't conscious, it's just chemistry. That's primal stuff. That's before language, before logic. That's a man's DNA saying, hey, her over there. Yeah. So if he's talking cool, but his body is telling a different story, believe the body. That's where the truth is. You don't need no lie detector. You just need to watch how he moves when you walk in. He can talk all day about how we're just friends, but if he's standing a little too close, looking a little too long, and his smile lights up the second you say his name, honey, that man is not neutral. He's just nervous, and nervous men do funny things. So stop second guessing yourself. Stop asking your girlfriends to read a text like it's the Declaration of Independence. You already got the answer. It's in his walk. It's in his eyes. It's in the way he stands still when you're near him, like he don't want to miss a single second. You just got to look and trust what you see. Let me tell you something about eye contact, ladies. That ain't just a glance. That ain't just some man looking in your direction. No, man, that's a conversation. That's a full-blown, unscheduled, silent exchange of intention. When a man is sexually attracted to you, his eyes will betray him every time. You ever feel that burn on the side of your cheek like somebody's looking at you hard and you turn and there he is trying to act like he wasn't just mentally undressing you with both pupils? Yeah. That ain't your imagination. That's his desire coming out of his eyes before his words ever catch up. Now, a man who's not interested, he'll glance at you like he glances at the TV, brief, polite, forgettable. But a man who's feeling you, oh, he gonna linger. He ain't just looking at you, baby. He's studying you. He taking notes. That man is doing a slow scan like you a museum exhibit, and he trying to soak up every detail. Your eyes, your smile, the way you sip your drink. He ain't missing nothing. And it ain't just how long he looks, it's how deep. You ever been looked at like you were a solution to a problem he didn't even know he had? That's when you know he ain't just admiring. He's imagining. His eyes are telling you. He's got ideas. He might not say nothing out loud, but those pupils, oh, they talking loud. Now let me break this down even further. Real eye contact is not about being creepy. It ain't about staring like he ain't got no home training. It's that connection that makes your heart skip just a little. Not because you're scared, but because it caught you off guard. That pause in the air. That moment when you look back and realize, hold up, he's not just looking, he's looking at me. And when a man keeps holding that eye contact with you, even when y'all ain't even speaking, girl, that man already halfway kissed you. In his mind, he's having a whole romantic episode in his head, and you didn't even clock in yet. And let me tell you how you really know. You could be across the room, music playing, people mingling, and all of a sudden, your eyes meet and neither of you look away right away. That's not nothing. That's energy. That's awareness. He noticed you before you even realized you were being noticed. That's attraction with a pulse. And let's not forget the quick look away. That's another classic move. You catch him looking and boom, he turns away like he was looking at the wall. Let me break that down. If a man ain't into you, he's not scared of being caught looking. But when a man is attracted and still trying to figure out if you feel the same way, he gonna look, then retreat, look again, then sip his drink. It's like a flirtatious version of hide and seek. You see me? Oh, snap, let me play it cool. That's him trying to manage the heat. Even the shy ones, the quiet types, they ain't immune. Their eyes start slipping. They'll look when you not looking, then act like they ain't thought about you all night. But girl, his eyes already wrote the whole story. You just ain't read the chapter yet. And sometimes that eye contact is so strong, you get flustered. You fumble your phone, drop your napkin, start laughing at things that ain't even funny. That's because real attraction through the eyes, it don't ask for permission. It walks in like it owns the place. It's silent, but it's louder than anything he could ever say with his mouth. He don't need to call you beautiful. You felt it the second he looked at you. That look had weight. It had color. it had curiosity. That man already saw himself sitting next to you asking what your favorite movie is just from a glance. So don't dismiss that look. Don't brush off that second too long stare. Because when a man is sexually attracted to you, his eyes will speak. And what they say, baby, that's the real message. You just got to be still long enough to hear it. Let me tell you something about men. When we're attracted to a woman, especially in that sexual attraction type of way, we don't think straight. We don't move logical. We don't plan right. Matter of fact, logic gets up, packs its bags, and leaves the building. Because that desire, that attraction, it takes over like a new boss. And suddenly we find ourselves doing things that make absolutely no sense except to us. Ladies, you ever notice how a man just keeps showing up near you? He not saying much. He not doing nothing. He just there. Now you work on the third floor. He on the first. Y'all don't got nothing in common on the schedule. But somehow, he always popping up at the water cooler at the same time as you. Oh, you going to lunch now? Me too. Really? Every day? Same exact time? That man changed his whole routine just to walk next to you for 5 seconds. That's not random. That's strategy disguised as coincidence. Men will find any excuse to be close to the woman they're attracted to. If you at a party, he's suddenly standing real close while talking to somebody else, but he angling his body toward you. If you reach for something, he reaches too. If you sitting at the edge of the couch, here he come plopping down right next to you when there's a whole other side wide open. And he'll act like he didn't even notice. Like, oh, you here too? Man, stop. He saw you walk in and been waiting on a perfect opening to make his move. Casual, but close. And here's the funny part. He'll even pretend like he got a reason to be there. Hey, didn't you say you needed help with your laptop? First of all, no, you didn't. Second of all, this man ain't no IT guy, but he gonna lean over your shoulder like he fixing something just so he can smell your hair. That ain't tech support. That's attraction on full display. Even in public, men who are sexually attracted to a woman start drifting into her space. Not in a creepy way, but like magnets. He don't even know he's doing it. He just gravitates it. If you're standing in a group, he gonna slowly inch closer to your side. Not all at once, but a little at a time. He gonna say, excuse me, as he passes behind you, but it's the third time he done passed that same spot in 10 minutes. He just wanna be near you. That's his instincts putting in overtime. You'll notice the small things too, like he's always looking for shared tasks. If y'all work together, he volunteering to be on the same project. If you going to get coffee, suddenly he craving coffee too. If you mention you go to that one yoga class on Saturdays, guess who's showing up acting surprised like he just started trying it out? That man don't stretch, but he'll bend over backwards just to have a moment with you. Now, sometimes he'll even create situations, manufactured moments. Like, oh, I left my phone over there by you. Really? Your phone been in your hand the whole time, dog. What you really left was an opportunity to start a conversation, to be near you, to look at your face one more time and maybe hear your laugh again. The truth is, when a man is sexually attracted to a woman, he wants to be in her atmosphere. He wants to be around her energy. He don't need a reason that makes sense to anyone else. The reason is you. That's the whole explanation. He might not even know what he's looking for, but something about you makes him want to stay close enough to maybe figure it out. And you'll know it when it happens too. It's not random. It's not accidental. You're not imagining it. When a man keeps showing up, keeps finding reasons to stand a little closer, to walk the same path, to be in your air, he's feeling you deeply, silently, physically. And trust me, that man's feet don't move for nothing unless his mind is already gone. Now let me break something down to you that most women miss. And I mean miss like a wide open layup. See, when a man is sexually attracted to you, he doesn't just compliment what you're wearing. He compliments who you are wearing it as. There's a difference. Any man can say, nice dress. That's easy. That's surface level. That's grocery store level attention. But when that compliment starts shifting from what you put on to how you make it look, oh, baby, that's a whole different type of interest. A man who's just being polite, he'll tell you, that's a cute outfit. He might say, your hair looks nice. That's that safe zone stuff. But when that compliment comes with detail, when he says, you walk in a way that makes that dress move like art, now you're in dangerous territory. That man ain't focused on the fashion. He focused on you inside the fashion. He sees you, he watching the whole production, not just the prop. And it ain't always about clothes either. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you tilt your head when you laugh, the way your voice softens when you get serious. He'll pick up on things that nobody else notices. He'll say, you always pause before you answer a deep question. I like that. Now, how in the world he noticed that? Because he's locked in. He's studying you like finals week. That's not casual. That's not friendly. That's desire in a button-down shirt. See, when a man is sexually attracted to you, he starts talking about things you ain't even trying to show off. You could be having a bad day, hair up in a messy bun, sweatshirt on, no makeup, and this man still gonna say, there's just something about you today. That's not just kindness. That's attraction showing up. Even when your appearance ain't the loudest thing in the room, that means he's feeling something deeper. It ain't about the polish, it's about the presence. And let me tell you this, because it's real subtle. Sometimes he compliments your mind just to hear your voice again. You always got something interesting to say. They'll tell you. That's his way of saying, I can listen to you talk all day without looking too thirsty. That's coded language. He might talk about your confidence, your sense of humor, the way you hold eye contact. That man is letting you know, I'm not just watching you, I'm feeling you. And when a man is attracted on that deeper, more physical level, the compliments will start sounding like they got intentions. He don't just say, you're beautiful. Nah, he says, I love how you carry yourself, like you know your worth. You see the difference? That's a man who ain't just looking to pass time. That's a man who's been thinking about you longer than he should have, and now can't help but let some of it leak out. He'll also start throwing in them just so you know compliments. You know the ones? Just so you know, I noticed how you handled that situation back there. That was impressive. That ain't about the situation. That's about him wanting to show you that he's paying attention. A man who's sexually attracted is tuned in. His compliments come with memory. That color on you, you wore something like that last week too, right? See, he remembering patterns. He's saving files. That's not small talk. That's slow flirting. Now here's the real kicker. Sometimes the compliments stop being words and start being energy. The way he looks at you when you speak, the little nods of admiration, the quiet moments when he says you just got a presence about you. That ain't no pickup line. That's his attraction spilling out in slow motion. So don't brush off those deeper compliments like they just casual chatter. A man who's genuinely physically drawn to you, he's not admiring your shoes. He's admiring the woman in them heels. And when he starts praising things about you that ain't even on display, that's when you know he ain't just looking. He's feeling something. And baby, it's louder than you think. Now listen, this one right here, this is one of those signs that don't come with flashing lights. This one sneak up on you quiet, like a whisper you didn't expect. See, when a man is sexually attracted to a woman, his voice, the way he talks to her, changes. And I ain't talking about what he say. I'm talking about how he's saying it. Tone don't lie, baby. His words might be playing cool, but that voice is singing a whole different song. You ever notice how a man talks regular to everybody else, but then he gets around you and all of a sudden his voice drops a little lower, like he just came back from narrating a movie trailer? That ain't no accident. That's instinct. That's testosterone trying to do a little bad show off. He wants you to hear him differently, feel him differently. It's deeper, slower, smoother, like velvet with an agenda. And if you got that kind of smile that makes a man nervous, ooh, now his voice gonna go high for a second, crack a little even. He gonna try to recover like it didn't happen, but it did. That little stutter, that's attraction catching him off guard. That's his body trying to process feelings before his brain can catch up. It's like his mouth said, we attracted to her, and his voice said, wait, what, now? He'll also talk softer when he talks to you, like y'all got some secret connection. You ever have a man lean in to say something that didn't even need to be whispered? That's him lowering the volume so you lean in too. That's not communication, that's chemistry. That's two people talking like the room disappeared. Sometimes he'll stretch his words a little, hold your name longer than he need to. That's him trying to taste your name when he says it. Hey, Keisha. Sir, why you put a whole extra syllable in her name? Because he feeling it. That man ain't just saying your name, he enjoying your name. You also got to pay attention to the rhythm. A man who's sexually attracted to you will slow down his speech just a touch, like he's trying to savor the moment. He don't want the conversation to end too quick, so he takes his time. You ever talk to a man who sounds like he's sitting by a fire, not rushing nowhere, just listening to you like you the most interesting thing he's heard all day? That ain't just being polite. That's a man who's feeling something and don't want the moment to pass. Even the jokes change. His voice gets playful, teasing. He'll drop that little laugh in the middle of a sentence, testing the water to see if you laugh back. That's not just flirting, that's vocal tension. And when he compliments you, ooh, that voice gets thick like molasses. He gonna say, you look good tonight, but it's gonna sound like a confession. And if he's nervous around you, now you really gonna hear it. You'll hear the little pauses, the hesitations, the clearing of the throat, like he need to reset his whole soul before speaking again. That's when the feelings are real. That's when his voice ain't just coming from his mouth, it's coming from his chest, from that place where attraction turns into vulnerability. You gotta understand, ladies, men don't always know how to say what they feel, but their tone will always tell on them. If he's usually loud and goofy with his friends, but around you he gets calm, collected, almost smooth like R&B on a Sunday morning, that's a man who's trying to make an impression. He's not trying to just talk. He's trying to reach you. And that voice, that's the invitation. You just got to listen with more than your ear. Now look, before a man ever opens his mouth and tells you how he feels, his body done already sent the memo. I'm talking about posture, gestures, proximity, all them little silent clues that speak louder than a paragraph. And the thing is, most women feel it, but they talk themselves out of it. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Nah, baby, you're not imagining nothing. That man's body language is throwing signals like a quarterback, and he hoping you catch one. When a man is sexually attracted to you, his body starts reacting before he even understands why. It's instinctual. You ever catch him adjusting his shirt when you walk by, straightening up, pulling his pants up like he suddenly cares about his belt? That's not a fashion emergency. That's his body trying to say, hey, look like something today. You walk into the room and that man sits up straighter, squares his shoulders, suddenly goes from slouching like a beanbag to sitting like he's in a job interview. That ain't discipline, that's desire. And let's talk about that lean. Ladies, you ever notice when a man's talking to you, he leans in just a little closer than he does with anybody else? Not all up in your space, but just close enough to close the distance? That's not by accident. That's his body trying to close the emotional gap. He ain't even aware of it, but his posture, that tilt, that subtle move forward, that's a man trying to feel your presence up close. It's attraction without words. The feet don't lie either. You can tell everything about a man's interest just by looking at where his feet point. If his feet are pointed toward the door, he ready to leave. If they're pointed toward you and they stay pointed toward you, girl, he ain't going nowhere. His body has chosen a direction and it's you the GPS. He might be talking to other people, but his body's tuned in to where the energy is flowing. And let me tell you this, his hands gonna tell you the story too. If a man is sexually attracted to you, those hands will start doing the most. He'll fidget, rub the back of his neck, adjust his watch 5 times. Why? Because he's nervous, and nervous energy gotta go somewhere. And if he's confident, he'll use those hands for emphasis. He'll touch his chest when he talks. He'll gesture toward you like he drawing you into his space. He might even find an excuse to touch your shoulder, your hand, your arm, real soft, real brief, just to see if you let him. Then as the eye scan, that man will look at your eyes, then your lips, then your whole frame, and try to act like he wasn't doing nothing. But he was. That's his body talking. And not only is it talking, it's asking questions. Do you feel this too? You picking up what I'm putting down? He won't say it out loud, but the way he looks at you when he thinks you ain't looking, that tells you everything you need to know. Even how he stands next to you says something. He'll angle his body to face you completely, not halfway. That full frontal stance, that's open energy. That's his way of saying, I'm available to this connection. He may not even know why he's doing it, but the attraction got him moving different. See, a man's mouth will try to play it cool, act like everything's friendly, keep it casual, but his body can't fake it. It's like a radio that forgot to turn the volume down. He might say, we just chilling, but his body is already 2 conversations ahead, trying to tell you exactly what's on his mind and on his heart.